The Eddie and Webby show is the place to be.
Everything good?
Yeah, well, we tried to be good, but we did our best today, and it's a tough tournament, and obviously that's why we came out here to play the best competition. So
we were good for a couple matches and not so good for a couple matches. So that's how it goes. So.
Okay.
lost to some quality teams today.
Yeah,
so can't be too mad about that.
So who was the toughest team you played against?
Our first
Putting you on the
round,
spot, right?
First round and our last round. So we played Morgan, Evans, and Regina Franco. Came out a little flat, and they got us. And then got busted out by Joey Farias and Catherine Parenteau.
Yeah.
And they're good players. So
yeah, they're definitely a tough team, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I hit Morgan way too many balls, so you're welcome, Morgan. My partner didn't appreciate it as much, but I'm sure you had a great time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You guys having fun, though?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we had a blast. We've never played together before, and actually that was probably the best part of today. We had a lot of fun together.
We did.
The weather's really nice, so that's another factor, I guess, of this tournament is, I mean, you go out there for 5-10 minutes and you're just soaking wet.
Right.
And
I probably let the team down a little bit today. I had a decent run yesterday and still feeling it a little bit from that. So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about yesterday because for those of you guys that don't know, Adam, you and Deckel were able to pull off silver in men's doubles, right?
Yeah, we had a good run. Deckel, he hasn't been playing for that long. He's a former professional tennis player from Israel, and he's got some game for sure. So we had some tough matches, and we pulled out a silver. Pretty happy about it.
And had you guys played a lot before?
No, he actually hadn't played in 5.5 months, and then we've been here about 10 days. So we did practicing leading up to it for 10 days, and that's really all that we've done. We played one tournament last year, Tournament of Champions, and had a decent run in that as well. But since then, so I don't know, I guess that's 6 months ago or 7 months ago, we hadn't played at all. So,
wow.
Yeah.
You have a background in tennis, right?
I do. I played Division II tennis for 2 years and Division III tennis for 2 years, and I did a little coaching after that as well as the grad assistant and then the full-time assistant at the University of Texas at Tyler.
Okay.
So I played quite a bit of tennis in my life, for sure.
Is that where you're from originally, in Texas?
Yeah, from Houston is the hometown, yes.
Okay.
Most of my family still lives there, so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But right now, where are you living?
I would say there, but I'm not really there very much. So I'm kind of traveling around just playing pickleball this year, and so far so good. When I was coaching tennis, I also was supplementing my income with a little bit of poker play. And probably the last 5 or 6 years, I kind of just cut the tennis out and just did poker.
Okay.
So that's been my profession for the last few years, and I'll probably pick it up again after this year, but I'm taking the year off this year, and we'll see what happens.
Do you find that there's any parallels between poker and pickleball?
I do. I think that, just kind of some risk reward, just pickleball is a lot of risk reward. If you're getting benefit, you're hitting winners, you can go for your shots, but if you're not, you kind of need to dial it back a little bit, and so your shot selection is really important, and risk reward and when to go for it in pokers, I think there's some parallels there for sure.
Yeah. Bluffing, do you do that a lot in pickleball?
I don't think so. There's not. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little shoulder fake, head fake here and there is a little bit of a bluff, but yeah.
Instead of you need to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, it's you need to know when to dink, know when to drive.
Just like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Exactly right.
What's going on? You were on the show back in December.
Yes.
And we had a good time. What have you been up to since then?
Basically just tournament after tournament after tournament. I try to keep busy, probably too busy. I probably have something going on every weekend, whether it's teaching or tournament.
Yeah.
And it was nice to get out here. I didn't do any teaching, but to be able to play this caliber of players is good for me, because then I can go home and kind of brush up on everything. from after the weekend. So it's been awesome being able to get out here and play everybody, because at home, we have decent players and we have some good players, but it's nothing like, the level here and how many 5-0s are here and how easy it is to get games like that. So it's been great.
I looked at the list of players a few weeks ago that were going to be at this tournament, and I was like, what? What? I was so confused. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, how top pros all going to be here in the same area for the same tournament. It was amazing.
Yeah, Simone and Chad did a really good job at organizing this, and this is actually a YMCA, which to me was like, I blew my mind, because the YMCA's at my, back home are like just a gym, and
right.
To have pickleball, there's 8 courts here, and she said they're only planning on expanding and getting more. I was like, whoa, that's just totally different. I've never seen a YMCA with pickleball courts. So.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it. Especially one of the things I love about this venue is nice bathrooms, right? Nice, very nice restroom facilities, air conditioning. So if you're out here in the hot Florida sun, you have a chance to be able to go and get plenty of shade too, which is nice. So
I was inside quite a bit yesterday in between matches.
I don't blame you. I mean, this is a really cool facility. Was this both your first time at this facility?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was here a few days early, so I did some practice here.
Yeah.
But before that, yes, I had not been here.
Okay. Cool. One other exciting thing, Cass, that has happened since you were on the podcast is you had a milestone birthday, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, 21. So forever.
That's quite a laugh from him.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like
21.
Okay, it's actually 30. So yeah, I did get a chance to take a weekend off and celebrate the 30-30, and just hang out with my friends and kind of relax. So that was a nice little break in between the tournaments and teaching. So
I have a little funny story about that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
right?
Do tell.
Yeah, live. Nobody knows about this, but Webby knows about it. You had posted that you were going to be at a place called The Dock. Was that right? For your to celebrate your 30th birthday back home where you're from, right?
Yes.
So Webby and I were like, you know what? As a thank you to Cass for being on the show, we're gonna see if we can call them up and buy a round of drinks, right?
Oh.
So so we get a hold of the owner. And we're texting, and I'm like, Cass is going to be up there. Can you just buy a round on us and just say it's from Eddie Webby and just tell her we appreciate her being on. Got everything squared away, sent my credit card information over. Well, what happened, Cass?
We never made it to the dock. Oh, that's super cool that you guys did that. So the dock, I'm from Marshall, Wisconsin. It's like a little small farm town, and the dock's just outside of that. And we were in Madison, which is about 25 minutes away, and we kind of made one stop and never made it out there. So drinking Pepsi, of course. Gets people a little crazy. So.
Yeah, we wanted a round of Pepsis for sure.
Well, you guys are awesome. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's cool. It's just funny because I had checked on Facebook the next day, and I was like, that's weird. I thought, even just like a nice little text saying, thank you guys so much for that or whatever, and I didn't get anything. I'm like, maybe she had too much fun.
Yeah.
And then I look, and you're like on Facebook the next day, sorry, I didn't even make it to the dock, and I was like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me.
No.
So
I'm so sorry. But that's really cool that you guys did that. And next time I'll try to be where I'm supposed to be.
Now you owe us a round, I think.
I do owe you a round. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Simone and Chad did a great job this tournament, but I think they're a little tired. So Joey and I are going to run a clinic for the volunteers and the referees, and while Simone and Chad take a couple of days off. And so I'm going to do that for a couple of days, and then this upcoming weekend I'm going to go to the villages outside of Orlando for an exhibition.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think they have quite a few. I think they have 12 solid players up there, and we're going to do some teaching and some playing and have a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do I get in on this Adam Stone clinic here?
Right?
Yeah, I could use a little lesson.
A couple people took it today, so.
Yeah. No, really?
No, not.
One thing I noticed that you have an awesome forehand roll, like absolutely incredible. How can you teach that to me?
I was asking the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Played tennis for 20 years, I guess.
Right. So is that something that you just developed naturally from a tennis background?
I think so. I think that obviously there's some nuances of pickleball that take a little while to get used to, but having the tennis background, the court sense, some of the wristy stuff and spins and stuff like that just kind of comes naturally. So, yeah, having that background helps a lot.
Okay.
So, but I mean, if you're just a natural pickleballer, you usually have some funky stuff.
Yeah.
So tennis players a little more readable. She got some funky stuff over here, which also works well.
What's an example of the funky stuff? The cast funk.
Yeah, my backhand punch is a little funky, but it people seem to have a hard time with it.
Can you demonstrate it for us real quick?
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a little unorthodox, and you know, the way I hold it sometimes gets me in trouble when I'm flipping from one side to the other. So I've just kind of been working on that. But
okay.
Yeah, it was kind of nice with us today because he's got a good forehand, I have a good backhand. So I don't think anything really went down the middle today.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
that was good.
They just beat us up the line and stuff.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah. They hit good shots
They did.
too. So
Gotta give them some credit sometimes,
Yeah.
you know.